NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
56 to Mike. Hey, 18.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Hey, Steve 6. 56 to Mike, boy.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
56.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The intended target, Mike Davis. But it'll be 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Here we go.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for Darius Geis. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Haskins to throw it. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry now for Thompson. And able to work his way down to the 16. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try and get it with Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man complete. He got 29 yards that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, Alpha.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mike, check. 59 mark.
This time, Haskins will look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Jordan Reed has it. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
You need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll turn to Thompson, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. A good pickup there, 22. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Go.
Here's Trubisky. This is caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Eddie Jackson picks it. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
He's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Yep.
Now Trubisky. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Trubisky keeps it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter play. They start on the ground with Geis. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Thompson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Here we go.
A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on second down. Haskins is going to find his running back. It's complete. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Back. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On first down, this is Geis. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Second down, Haskins buying time to his left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 59. Yo. Alert flare. Whip. Okay. Faster, Whip. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Tackles. That's great.
On first down, it's Thompson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Love. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Haskins to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Hand off to Thompson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They go with Thompson again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Watch the pass. Switch. Rush in.
They'll try to run this one in. Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as the Redskins have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.